Well, this is the P-51D. It's the most advanced and most famous and agile plane of the World War II era. Well, this glider is the Arcus E from Herbert, and it's powered by a single rotor blade prop. Well, many of my longtime subscribers know how much I like those due to my experiments with single rotor blade helis, including my Hammerhead Nexus. This glider is actually a replica of a real one. And this is the Nemesis NXT. It's a pure racing aircraft, and it actually won the 2009 Reno record at 406 miles per hour. A very sweet flying plane. Well, this is Chip Hyde's designed Visa. Chip is a world-famous pattern flyer, and I'd really love to have this one. What's called pattern in the old days is now called 3D. This is the Eurocopter Tiger. It's a combat helicopter. It's from Franco-German Co-Development Company. What's tricky about doing this little stunt is it's real easy to bump that tail rotor and you're down. This plane is called the Eleanor. It's by Alan Goljevchik. It's really an ultralight F3P competition model. It's got coaxial prop, air brakes, and it flies really slow and very precise. I really like it. You really have to pay attention to what it looks like in the air though, because it's hard to tell when you're upside down or not. Well, this is the Lockheed SR71 Blackbird. It holds the world speed record at 3,529 km per hour or 2,199 mile per hour. There were 32 of them built, and 12 of them were lost in accidents. Or, I mean, 13. This is the futuristic hover car. It's actually an actual model and something that we'd all like to have. Well, this is the famous MacDonald Douglas 500E with floats. Can carry 5 people very comfortably and cruise at 175 miles per hour. Very sweet flying helicopter. Whoops. Well, this is the PLZ-104 Wilga. It's a Polish utility aircraft. And mostly it's used for glider towing. Really cool flying airplane. A lot of fun to play with. This is really a fun airplane. It's a crack Fokker DR1. It was designed by Cody Wojcik, and it's available at rc-factory.eu. Looks like it's be pretty easy to make. This is the AS365 Dolphin from Aerospace with the Fenestro tail rotor. It will not fly inverted though. This is a Canadian CH-113. Like the original CH-46, there are 2 swatch plates driven by a mixer. The cyclic pitch actually increases on one rotor and decreases the pitch on the other. The roll rates are by tandem swash plates, and they move in the same direction you want to roll. This is a DHC2 Beaver. It's like the RC one that I have that you've seen me fly at the lake. Well, thanks to Tom again for this one, and make sure you watch my video of me chasing my ski boat with it. Well, this is the Dornier DoX. It was designed by Claude Dornier and it first flew in 1929. It has 12 motors and 620 horsepower each. It actually flew around the world in 1931 to prove its point, but only 3 were ever built. This is an H2O quad. It's absolutely waterproof and a blast to fly. This is the Bereave BE200. It can carry 1,200 liters of H2O and also can be filled within 14 seconds. Whoops, watch that wingtip. Ah, a perfect 10-point landing. Well, this is the Hobbyking Auto G2. You know, I had 3 of them, which were all burned up in the fire. Haven't been able to afford to buy a new one, but this is great. It has a motor to pre-spin the rotor before takeoff. You have to switch that just before takeoff. Flies really great, just like the real one. I like it a lot. Fun playing. This is the AC10. It also has a pre-rotor startup, and the motor's actually up on top by the swash plate. And this is a difficult plane to fly, even on the simulator. Landings are tough. This is a very unusual airplane. It's called the Flettner. It was developed by 2 Swiss students for their college thesis. It has no rigid wing. It has rotating tubes. I'd actually like to build one, but it's a handful and there's a lot of moving parts, bearings, motors, etc. And it will not fly inverted, as you will see. Well, this is the Sikorsky S64 Sky Crane. It carries 9,000 kilograms of weight. Its military designation is a CH-54. It's strictly for heavy lift and firefighting. Well, this is the SOXOS 800 1.8 meter helicopter. It's a great flying machine. I practice a lot with this one. I like it. I like the sound of it. It has a belt-driven rotor from the motor, and it really does a great job at flying. I also like to throw that switch and practice my auto rotates with all my helicopters. And of course, this is the EHang. This is China's human carrying quad. It actually carries 2 people. It flies autonomously and will fly if one of 8 motors fail. I would love to have her. I mean the machine, that is. Well, this may be the only way I'll ever be able to own or fly some of these planes, but it sure feels great to do it this way, as the weather's quite cold for flying anyway. And by the way, which of these are your favorites? Thanks a lot for flying with me tonight, folks. This is the NightFlyyer, signing off for now.